All right, so we are here now, and I'm with Mr. M.E.Swank, Michael Swank.
Yeah.
So yeah, how's it going, man?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Been
Tired,
solid?
but getting pepped up. We got our coffee actually, so yeah, we're actually gonna start getting on the road now. If we can get out of here, because I don't even like this is a weird little entrance.
Super weird parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
I had to do a very illegal U-turn to get in here.
Yeah, and this camera, hopefully it'll hold. Sometimes it likes to fall.
Oh, really?
But if it does,
talking about like Velcro or something.
Yeah, because it did fall when I was on the coffee run with Saeed. But I mean, shout outs to SJPJ, by the way.
Yeah.
But
the homie.
Speaking of which, if you want to do shout outs at any time during the coffee run, feel free. I mean, you're more than welcome to.
Oh, I'll brainstorm a few for sure. Shout out White Noise.
Oh,
shout
yes.
out Rave Dad. Cody Riggs.
Cody Riggs, yes. Pickle Riggs.
A bunch of. I'm gonna come up with a lot more. That'll be good.
I once shouted out the whole entire Trovo team, like
just
everybody.
Name by name.
Yeah. That was like on the coffee run when I was with Chris, I believe.
Yeah.
Normal. So I don't think I'm supposed to go out this way, but oh well.
This is the way I came in, so I think you're fine.
Well, I think that's only an inch. I'm not sure, but either way, I mean,
well,
this is good.
Ain't nothing but a peanut, you know what I mean?
Exactly. So yeah, I don't even know. We'll just drive around because I mean this is a good straight road. So
hey, it goes for like forever.
It really does.
Never ending.
So yeah, what are you been up to? Like I know you're in the studio, so to speak, I guess.
Yeah, it was just my my couch.
Your couch.
My setup at home is very minimal.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much just my laptop, but yeah, just making music. Yeah, it's literally all you need. Just as long as you know how to use what you have.
Baron does it. Shout out to Baron, aka
Baron does do that.
Mail.
I know he like goes through like his laptop speakers and everything. I do the same thing. I don't have monitors, so
yeah,
it's just kind of like headphones and my car. I mix in my car.
Your car?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, do you really?
Oh
like,
yeah,
actually,
it
like,
sounds
produce?
good. Well, I think that's the best way to do it because like I won't produce in the car. Like I'll produce like strictly just like on my laptop speakers and not really worry too much about what it sounds like or try not to.
Mm-hmm.
But if it sounds good in my car and I know the speaker's better than like any other speakers,
that's
so I've had
awesome.
the car for like 6 years, then it's probably gonna sound good elsewhere.
Damn. See,
Yeah.
I've never heard of anybody like producing out of their car. That's pretty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try. That's a new thing there.
Pop that aux cable in and it's go time,
Yes.
baby. You know.
That's awesome, and I love aux cables.
Yeah.
I still use an iPod actually, only because
That's dope.
I have Apple Music. I don't have an iPhone, so but I've had this iPod for years, and it's never like died on me. So knock on wood. But yeah,
there you go.
And I got Apple Music, so I'm like, well, I mean, I have an iPod, might as well use it. So.
Yeah, that's cool.
I feel like
it's like a newer iPod.
It seems like it. Yeah.
It looks like it's got like a lightning cable on it and everything. It's got the old school cable, so I'm assuming it's pretty new.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've had it for a good let's see, 2 or 3 years, maybe more.
That's what's up, man.
It feels like I've had it forever. So I mean,
I didn't even know they're still making those.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I guess it makes sense.
I'm a fan of outdated technology. I'll use a VHS player if I could, but I mean,
dude, go for it, man. I have a VHS DVD combo player.
Do you really?
At my parents' house.
Yeah. See, and I have tons of I have like a shit ton of actual like old school VHS movies, like a whole bunch of Disney movies, like a whole bunch of Pokemon like movies on VHS.
Oh, that's what's up.
I actually have all the first 3 Pokemon movies on VHS. So.
Dude, I can't remember which one it was. I remember like being a kid and going to the movie theater and like waiting in line and they gave out these like ancient Mew cards.
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of them.
Oh man.
My sister used to work for one of the movie theaters around my house, and she got me like a ton of ancient Mew cards.
That's super tight.
And Articuno and like the other ones because they had like the other legendary birds, I think.
Yeah.
And I think Mewtwo as well. I don't know, but it was pretty cool.
That's super dope. I used to be so into Pokemon.
I did too. I'm sad that I can't really have time to like play video games like I should because I'm behind on like the handheld games.
Yeah. I was really into those like not too long ago. I can't remember what the last game I played was. But
I think it was X for me, X version. But they had like Sun and Moon now or whatever.
Yeah, dude.
Shoutouts to Above and Beyond. But that's the first thing I thought of when I saw they were coming out with Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, they really took the page from Above and Beyond.
Yeah,
there,
they probably you never know, man.
You really don't. Yeah, you never really know.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. So the music. So do you know? Well, are you comfortable with? Did you want to play like a song or?
Yeah, I can definitely do that. I think I have it loaded. I'm being throttled right now by my shout out Verizon Wireless.
Yeah.
And shout out net neutrality because it might It's probably gone. Okay. Hopefully this plays all the way through, but this is the track that I'm working on. Hopefully it plays loud enough.
Is it called
It's called Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah. It's like a sample flipping and whatnot.
This is the remix. He's a handler, no, I'm not begging. What you wanna do? What you trying to do? What you wanna do? What you wanna do? What you wanna do? What you wanna do?
Hey, nice.
What you wanna do? What you wanna do? What you wanna do?
Kind of just went nuts with the drums too.
I like this. The drums? Yeah, yeah. The little,
Yeah.
that's cool. How is this called Nothing? Man, it sounds a lot more better than Nothing.
Yeah. It's just silent. It's just 2 minutes of silence. That's it. Nothing.
It's just nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one I was working on today.
Jeez. Oh my god, this is good. This is fucking good.
Thanks, man. Sounds really good in this car too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love this. I love Soundwave's sound system. That's my car's name, by the way, Soundwave.
Soundwave?
Yeah.
No, I dig it.
Named after the Transformer.
Hell yeah.
That was actually my favorite Transformer.
Yeah.
Dude, this is, this is already fucking fire.
Thanks, man.
You heard it first.
Yeah. Yeah, you heard the rough car test.
The rough draft or whatever.
Yeah. The first. This is the first draft.
It's a hell of a good first round. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
thank you.
How long did it take for you to whip this up? Like,
You know, I'm trying to think.
because I was thinking it was just today. I was gonna say if you did all this today, then damn.
No, it wasn't today. It's been a work in progress for like a good minute.
Mhm.
Like a good minute. I like came up with the initial idea a while back. Like the thing with me is like I lay out the ideas really quick, and then it's like the fine details that take me like the longest to like finish. Like
to figure out.
like certain drum aspects and like drums to me are like everything. They're like so important, but it's like the little drum elements, like the little like fills and transitions and all that stuff, and then mixing and mixing in general just like is another thing that just takes me like forever. Like I'm so relatively new to producing, so I just get so in my head about it. I'm like,
you start
I
second
push it
guessing
off.
yourself.
I'm like, I'll do this. I'll get to this when I get to this, and I start something new, and then it's a never-ending process. But yeah, now I'm sitting down. Like I opened it back up today, and I was like, I need to finish this. I tested it out at Local Flavor last week.
Oh, you tested this?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, and it seemed to go over pretty well. So I'm like, okay, cool. It sounds good. Like I said, it's rough, but it sounds good. And I think that like once I finally like hone it all in and like really finalize everything, it's gonna be super tight.
Yeah, I think it'll be really good too.
Yeah.
Like your sound kind of reflects that of Sophie's, and you know.
Oh yeah, that's tight. That's a really cool comparison.
I really love Sophie's stuff.
Dude,
and
yeah.
Shout outs to Angie's List because she actually got me into Sophie.
That's what's up. Sophie's super tight.
She is. Well, I think it's a she. Well, because at first, see, I saw him and I don't know if he got a sex change, but like I saw he/she, I guess. Well, now it's Sophie is a she, I believe.
Yeah.
On her music video, her most recent one, you see clearly that she's a she.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw Sophie. I think it was 2 years ago at South by Southwest.
Yeah.
Me and Angie's List went out there and like it was just an amazing show. The bass was really good, and it was Sophie with Charlie XCX. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, it was
That's
like
super tight.
that was a hell of a show, man.
Yeah,
like
man.
it really, and I never really. That's the only thing about Austin. I never really saw like a lot of dance music showcased there.
Yeah.
They have every other genre covered though. It's
Oh
just,
yeah. No, for sure.
which is, you know, it's of course it's just, you know, it's natural for them to have that a lot of genres there because I mean it's like the music capital of Texas.
It is, yeah.
And it has one of the best, like one of 7 best recording studios in the nation.
That's awesome. I didn't know that fact, but
No, I learned that
cool.
from school.
Yeah.
That was like one thing that school actually did teach me was
that one specific thing.
Yeah, well, because I took an audio engineering course at San Jacinto Central.
That's dope. I wish I could have done something like that.
I encourage people to do that, even though you might even though whether or not it helps you, that still helped me a little bit. I mean,
I think it would help more if you were like applying it like, you know, as it was going, or like, or if you kind of went into it knowing a little bit about like plugins and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I didn't really stick with it, and they didn't really make us use like many DAWs. It was mainly just
like the theory behind it, or what? Or
they didn't even teach that. Like it was mainly like the like the stuff you'd have to do if you were working like a front of house at a show.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was hoping for more like production level type of stuff where they would tell you, oh, this is how you use, you know, like this is how you create a chord progression and stuff. They didn't do anything of that really.
It was just like the sound, the sonic quality of everything, and
like they taught us how to use a big giant mixer, which is cool.
That's pretty dope.
But like not a mixer that we're used to, like an actual, well, it's like a soundboard. Sound mixer. I was gonna turn around here, but I guess I'll do it up ahead. That's the only thing I didn't think of. I didn't plan this ahead. I didn't think about turning around.
Oh yeah, we'll be able to do it. But yeah,
eventually.
One day.
One day.
One day.
I know, right? We'll be on this road forever.
Yeah.
We'll be in Austin, and then we'll finally find a U-turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like your style, it's a lot relevant. Well, not relevant, but like relative to like Sophie's in a way, because I love that different. Like, there's a song called Face Shopping that she just came out.
Yeah, that's heavy.
Yeah,
super heavy.
That's the exact same thing Angie's listed.
Yeah.
Angie said she's like, it's very heavy, and you could tell there was like a lot of emotion in that song, or like behind it, like the origin of it. I love how it is, and it's hard playing Sophie. Like I try to play some songs in my set. The only one I could really play would probably be MSM.
Yeah,
but because it's so hard to get out of those, like the BPMs are way different.
Yeah, it's really interesting stuff. That's one thing I like about like Sophie's production is the drum work is nuts. Like the Sophie sample pack is crazy too. Like all the samples sound just like nuts, absolutely nuts.
Nice.
I can't say any other word but nuts. And I'm drinking a hazelnut macchiato.
Well, that's it though. Just
by Starbucks. By Starbucks.
Starbucks. So shout out to Starbucks.
To Starbucks. Yeah.
We really can't turn back, I don't think. This is just a...
It's gonna take us a minute, I think. We're just in the middle of nowhere. There's trees.
Yeah, there's lots of trees at least.
Pretty cool.
But yeah, that's awesome. I can't really reveal what stuff I'm working on yet, but I do know the genre, and I won't say it. I told Saeed off camera, so he knows.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely show you a song after this.
Dude, I would love to hear some stuff, man. That'd be cool.
Well, not what I'm working on, but a song that's gonna sound how, you know,
like remnant, reminiscent of it. Yeah.
I guess only the NSC guys really know, since they're, you know. Shout outs to NSC, by the way.
Yes.
Because I'm, you know, part of them. Shout outs to Trovo. The dudes,
yeah. The Trovo.
Shout outs to the Never Sleepers, to the Trovos, the Trobros, and the Tro Sisses.
Tro Sis.
Yeah. It's hard to...
yeah.
I mean, because like that Trobro was a term I actually came up with last year when I joined Trovo, and then I was like, well I need one for the ladies, so Tro Sis.
Tro Sis. I like that. I dig that. That's cool.
Wordsmithing and whatnot.
There you go.
I try.
Play with them. Play with the words.
Right. There is a song I plan on naming called Rave Sluts, just because reasons.
Because reasons.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah, because why? I mean, because I just like I want to have different goofy names and stuff. Like I actually have, because I thought to myself, okay, well when I make songs in like Ableton, it's gonna be multiple things, so that I'm not gonna know what to name. So I'll just have to have track names already written out. That way I won't have to worry about like what to write. That way I'll say, oh well, this one's Space Sauce, or this one's, you know, like, I don't know, like Cosmic Cookies.
Naming songs is so weird. I never know, like...
It's fun for me, though, for some reason. I don't know why.
It's cool, too. Like, oftentimes, like, the first thing I think of, I'm like, this is weird, but whatever. Okay. Let's just go with it. Because I'm not creative in a word sense at all.
Yeah, like, a lot of people don't like naming their songs because they don't know what to name it sometimes. And I feel that because it's like, well, sometimes you're caught up in the song more than the name of it.
Yeah, it's always just the first thing, like, literally the first word that I can think of. Usually is, unless there's like a vocal or something in it that makes it more obvious.
Yeah.
You know.
That was our chance, by the way. I fucked it all up.
It's okay.
But I like you're very supportive of this.
We
like,
out here talking.
Yeah, we are.
You know?
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, how was Austin and your set at Visions? I'm so bummed I didn't get to go.
It was cool. Yeah, Austin was tight. I actually ended up playing 3 showcases instead of 2.
Holy
which is super
shit.
tight.
Nice.
But yeah, I played a Visions one, Jadu Dala showcase, and which is like a super tight label if you've never heard of them. They're
What's it called?
Jadu Dala. Yeah. And they're like kind of a lot. It's really like, in my opinion, kind of like forward-thinking bass music. And maybe it's not even just tied to bass music. It's just kind of like out there and obscure, but it's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I played with Chris Monroe. Shout out Chris Monroe. BPM Supreme showcase. We played like a 30-minute back-to-back right before Prismo.
Oh wow.
So that was cool too.
Man, that's badass.
Yeah, it was just like a random thing that happened, but it was fun for sure. And that was at Scratch House.
Nice.
So yeah.
I wish I got to Austin super late that day, and I like barely. So I found out because I was supposed to go on at 4 a.m. At this camp. It was Escape from South by Southwest.
Yeah.
Campout, and we finally found a turning point. Pun intended.
Here we go. Yeah.
But, yeah, like I was like, well, because my set was at 4 a.m. and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna be awake at that time. Like, I was already dead as it is, and because I had work that day.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'll go ahead and see if I can get it switched since some people were dropping out because they just couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Or they were running late or whatever. So I was like, well, I could play earlier, like 9 or 10, and I think I got like a 10, or I forgot. It was like 9 to 10 or 10 or 11, one of the two.
Yeah.
But
was that the day of the Vision showcase?
it was.
Okay.
Actually.
Yeah.
And I was trying to. We ran into so much traffic just trying to leave Houston. We left early.
I bet, dude. Yeah.
But then again, and then when we got into town, of course, South by Southwest.
That was on a Friday, right? I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So when we got into town, of course, the traffic
That's
was
mayhem, dude.
heavy.
Always. Yeah. Austin traffic's rough, and then you pile South by on top of that. It's just kind of a nightmare. But South by's crazy.
It is. I love it though.
For sure. Yeah.
And like it was crazy just there, like.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
for sure.
But it was fun. Like I got really nervous because when I got into town, like I found out right when we got into town that we got into town at 8. We got to Raising Cane's at 8 because we hadn't eaten yet.
Yeah.
We were literally holding our hunger until we got to Austin. So we waited like 3 hours.
Dang,
well, really,
ate like the whole store.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to, but when we got there, I just found out that my set was an hour from then.
Ooh, yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I have to. What do I do? And I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and eat real fast. But I'm not gonna eat everything because if I do, because I wear a mask, so
yeah, dude. Yeah.
I'm gonna be smelling chicken in that thing.
Ooh.
But so I can't, and I don't want to barf. So like I wanted to make sure
yeah,
I had everything covered. So I just ate a little bit, put the mask on, and then went
go time.
Yeah, and it was fun. Which that's one thing I can say. Speaking of masks, I do plan on actually getting a new one soon.
I saw the post about it.
Yeah, the mask maker. I found one. So actually, I found a few, but the guy that Robert Dunn, I believe is his name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work with him, see what he has to offer, because I really do want something legit, like actual, like if it has to cover my entire head or my entire face, one of the two. But I think I'm ready. I can handle it already with the mask on. It gets hot, of course. Like now we're getting into the months where it does get hot, but
yeah, for sure.
But that's where how they that's the thing when people ask me, like, how do you do it with the mask? I'm like, well, the blood, sweat, and tears part. This is the sweat part of what I do.
of the 3.
Yeah, of all those 3, the Triforce of Fleckage.
Oh yeah, there you go.
But
that's exciting, man. I'm excited to see what y'all work on.
Yeah, because I've always, for years, I've had plans. I've worn this mask for 5 years now.
Yeah.
No, wait, 6 years. I'm sorry, but. And it's just crazy because I had for years I've had visuals of how I want, I just have all these ideas in my head and I just want to get them out.
Yeah.
But I just hope that someone can see those ideas and put them the way I want them to be shown.
That's a struggle for me, for sure. I know how that goes. Yeah. I'm very as far as my brand goes, I have tunnel vision. I know exactly what I want, but I have a weird disconnect between my head and my mouth. So I can't speak into words what I'm thinking about at all. and that that goes for a bunch of situations. But
Same here.
but yeah, so I like literally can't I'm like I know exactly what I want, but I cannot convey it to someone, and then when that person can't replicate it, I get kind of frustrated. But I'm like, but I didn't tell them what to do, so they're kind of just like doing their thing. So it's just like sometimes it's nice to like find someone that's very similar, or like just do what you can yourself until you can't do it anymore.
Exactly, or until when you know it's like that's it. Because like for me, especially like music is definitely something that I'm very meticulous on. Like
oh, for sure.
I'm a very big perfectionist on something. So if something is off beat by even a second, I'm like, no, it has to be this way. And like
I used to be that too.
And it's hard. It's hard not doing that because I have OCD. So it's like it really kind of like makes you. I don't know. You just really get into that.
Because like OCD.
Yeah, with Baron, he was teaching me how to use Ableton, and we were trying. I told him, he goes, okay, so try making try recreating this drum loop or something. But I wanted to remodify it and do it a different way, and I found a way. And I go, here, I want this to go dun, 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 like that, and then he goes dun, 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 and I go, no, like dun, 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 like faster and like more staccato.
Yeah.
And he. We spent like 10 minutes on that because I just wanted it to sound
a certain way,
And then when we finally got, I was like, there it is. That's how I wanted it right there.
Yeah.
And I said, now let's actually just work on the entire, now, he goes, good, you got that down. I'll try making an actual song. And I'm like, yeah, that's the one thing. Like I realize it's a heavy process, but it's worth it.
It is a heavy process, and it's hard starting out for sure. But starting out is the most. I think it's
funnest.
One of the coolest parts because you're like the most creative you'll ever be. Maybe not that you'll ever be, but
it's definitely the most.
Before you know like about all the little plugins and like, everything that like
what everything does and like
because once you get to that point, then you're like, well, I need it to sound good, and then the creativity is like kind of put on the back burner, which is a little unintentionally, of course, but yeah, production. They say production is just a straight up journey. Absolutely, I think it's a huge journey. Like,
it is,
from start to finish, or like whatever.
I mean, anything in the realm of artistry in general is like a journey, especially when it comes to like even DJing. I mean, you start somewhere small and then you grow from there, and then
for sure,
then sure enough you're playing gigs in Austin or whatever, something, or like I mean, that's just crazy how people progress so far, and shout outs to the people that have progressed so far over the past just year, just even when I joined Trovo, I mean, shout outs to Vicky, because her photography has just gotten better and better every freaking day.
She was like one of the first people that I met in the scene too.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, I met Jason Knotts first. He was the first one that I met. I went to a show with him, and Victoria was there too. It was super tight, and that's when I met her.
Nice.
So it's cool. It's cool to see like where everybody is right now. Houston as a whole is just pumping out so much talent.
Yeah, we're definitely.
It's crazy. It's really nuts.
Yeah, we're definitely growing, and everybody. What I love is everybody's hungry for it. Like they really want to
Everyone wants that next step, which is really cool.
Yeah,
and it's nice because it's like, and I feel like for the most part everybody's really really supportive of each other too. Sometimes you have drama and whatnot, but that's that's stupid.
There's always
that's dumb.
Yeah.
And that's not worth it. But what is worth it is supporting your homies, supporting your friends, and watching your friends grow and continue to kill it. That is dope. I love that.
Definitely, and I mean, that's really. I'm glad you said that because it, everybody should support everybody, and
for sure. We're all here for the same reasons,
And shout outs to Ray for really she helped me realize that even more. Even though I was supporting. As it is, she told me, we just have to continue to keep supporting everyone, no matter what, because, even though people might already be, there or, up there, you want to keep them, still, just keep everybody relevant,
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that.
I hope I didn't pass up the Starbucks, by the way.
The one coming back?
The one that we met at?
No, you're good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I was making sure.
You're gold, yeah.
Because I know we've been driving a lot. Oh yeah, I think I remember now.
Because we gotta go over a bridge too, and all that stuff. So
nice.
we're solid. We're
awesome.
Getting it going. And I feel this coffee because I drank it really fast. So
I try not to drink mine too fast because mine has a lot of sugar in it.
This one has a lot of sugar in it too, but it's good.
What was yours called again? You should tell everybody what you ordered because that was like a hell of a.
It is an iced hazelnut mocha coconut milk macchiato, and I have practiced that.
That's hilarious.
I've been practicing that all day. In fact, this morning I went to Starbucks and I was in the line and I was saying it all dumb because it was funny. And when I went to the front, the lady at the register mispronounced it and then started laughing a whole bunch. And it was really, really funny. You know?
It's just something that happens sometimes. Like, I mean...
It's a mouthful. Every time I say it, I'm like, this is difficult. This is really rough. But you have to say it that way or they'll get it wrong. I also found that out, too. Because there's a bunch of different hazelnut drinks. It's like, you have to be like, hazelnut mocha.
So, yeah. Because if you say everything too fast, then it could be, you know, like lost in translation.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Totally agree.
Yeah, I remember now. This is the bridge. Well,
to Terabithia.
Yeah. To Terabithia. Yeah. Pretty much.
Is that a book?
It is, and it's also a movie, I believe now.
I've never read or seen.
I don't have any. There's so many.
Bridge.
But I used to read a lot back then in the day, and then.
Yeah.
Man, just no time for anything. I don't even have to. I got a Nintendo Switch.
That's super tight. I think my roommate got one of those.
With Mario Odyssey. So shout outs to Nintendo.
Yeah.
For making a badass game. And I haven't even been able to play it much, but I did play like some of it, and it's awesome. Like the very first world is like the one where you get to control like an actual T-Rex.
Oh, that's super tight.
And it's freaking like it's awesome because all the the enemies that gave you shit in the past, you get to like shit all over them with a. Well, you don't get to shit all over them with a T-Rex, but I mean,
but
that'd be a cool fun option.
Figuratively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you get to literally like stomp around and like as a T-Rex. It looks weird because he has a mustache, a Mario mustache.
That's awesome.
But it looks so funny though. I love it. It's just a really, really good game, and the music's amazing for it too. Like I wish I would if I were on that level of like say Lido or somebody or even Deadmau5 now because he's doing orchestral stuff. Like I would definitely remix. Oh, there's a Starbucks.
That's the one.
Yeah, I'll just keep going straight.
Yeah, we're good.
I would definitely remix stuff like that, like stuff from. Like I would really go the orchestra route if I could. Like if I had a lot of experience.
Yeah.
And if I were comfortable with producing and stuff and all that, like I would definitely go the orchestral route and like do some Hans Zimmer, John Williams type of stuff.
Oh yeah. Or all cinematic stuff. Shout out Native Instruments.
Oh yeah.
And a bunch of other cool.
Shout out Trent Reznor because he's also like done a good job with movie soundtracks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
Like The Social Network, man.
Dude, what a movie! I was just talking about that movie like the other day. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, and I like watching it, and I like watching it just for the soundtrack sometimes. Like even like I'll watch movies, and like the first thing I listen to is music from it because sometimes it makes a movie. Like with the Dark Knight soundtrack, I love the strings that like Hans Zimmer used in that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was Hans Zimmer, and he collabed with like another composer. I forget what the name was, but yeah, like I call it the Joker's theme, but it was really the name of the song was Why So Serious, and it was a 9-minute like suite or movement, whatever you call it, and it just progressively builds up, and the drop is worth it. I mean, well,
that's good. Yeah, it's just a whole track with attention and like craziness. Yeah,
because it really gets you on edge, like when you hear it, because you'll hear it in the movie, but when you just hear it stand alone without
its full context.
Yeah, without any like people talking or dialogue, it really blows you away, especially if you have like Bose headphones. That's what I use when I DJ is the Bose headphones.
Nice.
They help a lot. I really like Bose, so shout outs to Bose. But I have everything, but I even have the Bose home theater system for because I got it specifically for like Halo 2 when it came out, or like the remaster version of it.
Yeah, it probably sounds awesome.
Yeah, it sounds so good. And then like with Mario Odyssey, it sounds even like amazing. And also like that's another thing, the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Like it's a beautiful freaking game. And the music. I mean, have you ever seen like because they have like the symphony that goes on tour for Zelda, and I went to that.
I didn't know that.
It's really cool.
That's awesome.
That'll definitely like inspire you because it's just like the way there was a person with an actual ocarina that went on stage from Houston and did like the songs, like Saria's song, and
that's so cool.
And it was so badass. Like I had goosebumps, and I love getting goosebumps when it comes to music. If I get goosebumps to like a song,
that's real, dude. That's super real. Those are the songs that I love the most.
Yeah, me too. What's a song that? Well, better yet, what made you get into, I guess, the scene as they call it?
Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I've always kind of been into dance music, but I really like. I started going to shows like really going to shows like local shows, I guess, in 2016, like August or so. And I didn't start playing shows till like April of like last year, so like almost a year.
Nice.
But yeah, so basically what happened was, yeah, I've always kind of been into dance music. I just, you know, like wasn't like really heavily involved or anything. And then one year, my buddy Mike, shout out Mike Zimmer, had hit me and some friends up, and he had like some tickets to Lights All Night in Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
And so yeah, he was like, come up, like I've got 2-day passes, I can get you guys 2-day passes. And I was like, cool, sick, this is awesome. Yeah, I'd love to go check that out, because yeah, I'd never been to anything like that, and I knew a couple of the names, I guess mainly like Porter Robinson was playing, and like Cascade.
Love Cascade.
Yeah, it was super tight. So we went the first night. We tried to get in, and like I guess something happened with like the plumbing system, and like the fire marshals came, and we couldn't even get in the first night. Oh. So we like missed the whole first night. Yeah.
That wasn't the night when Porter was playing, was it? Or
I think Porter played the first night. Yeah, and we missed it. Yeah. So it was a bummer. But the next night we went, and I only got to catch a couple people because we had to drive back to Houston. But I got to see Yellow Claw and Flosstradamus.
Oh, Flosstradamus.
So that opened my eyes to like bass music. And like just being at that festival and like seeing people just like have such a good time, and like, I don't know, just like really taking it in. Just the experience in itself, like, you know how it is, like your first dance music show, it's like a big deal. And like it resonates. It's, you know, it just made me, I was there and I was like, dude, this is cool, and like I kind of want to like dive into this. Like I would love to like make this stuff. Like trap music is tight. Like, you know, like trap music is super dope, and like, you know, like I used to listen to like Skrillex and like all that stuff like a long time ago too, like when like Scary Monsters came out and like all that stuff. But yeah, I just heard it, and like I had Logic Pro like on my computer, like I had a copy of it. I just never used it. That's what I used, Logic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know anybody else, except I guess you use it too, or you have it.
I did use it, but I mainly. So I started with FL Studio.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a way to turn. I'll find it eventually. Yeah. But yeah, I started with FL Studio. I like FL Studio, and
Zach Atwood produces in FL too.
I want to try to get back into it. Shout outs to Zach, by the way.
Yeah.
To Atwood. But you know, everybody's been not pushing it on me, but saying, well, you should really try Ableton. I think you'll like it. And I'm like, fine, I'll try Ableton. And I got it because you know, Alejandro Lucidity.
Yeah.
Shout outs to him.
Is he in Ableton too? Or,
yeah. He you know, he takes his time on his stuff too, I noticed.
Yeah.
And
he's a really good producer too.
He really is. Like, and he's so underrated. Like, I love the guy. He's been there for me a lot. Him, Xavier, Baron. I mean, shout outs to all three of them.
Yeah, this dude's
Xavier
awesome.
especially. Like, this dude freaking like gave me that in the back seat. I don't know if you can see the mouse head.
Oh, no way. That's super tight.
He has 2 of those. He gave me both of them.
That's awesome.
One of them's there, the other's in my room.
Yeah.
In my house. But yeah, like, I almost cried when he gave. I was like, you can't do, like, why are you giving this to me? Like, what the hell? Like, this is like this is
tight.
Yeah. But I kind of like. I feel like that's a tradition to just tell that story every country one, because I said the same thing to Saeed. But yeah, it was really cool that he did that, and I was like, well, damn, like I feel like shit because I don't know what to give you. Like I feel like I owe you so much. You don't even need to give me anything, but like he gave me a home just within NSC, and same for shout outs to Rachel for giving me a home in Trovo. Like that's really what changed it. Like that's what made me actually DJ. I feel like I wouldn't be DJing now.
Yeah.
If it weren't for me even joining Trovo, I think.
That's what's up, man. That's really cool.
Because like I self-taught myself how to DJ. Like what is it, 6 years ago now?
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, for sure.
It was frustrating at first.
It's harder. Yeah, it's definitely hard learning the equipment. I think that's the main thing for me. It was like, and like, you know.
I learned on virtual. I still go to virtual DJ and just mix and make mixes there because it's just that's where I learned, and I don't want to forget my roots that way.
There you go, dude. Yeah.
And like it was I just did that, and I was like, well, I got to come out with a name for myself. You know, like I just have to think of. I just started thinking one day, and I was like, well, I like my favorite number is 9. I would like for there to be 9 letters in my name, and I was gonna call myself Soundwave, which is my car's name.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, I like masks a lot, so why not Masquerade? But I need to make it 9 letters. So
you changed it up.
yeah, and I wanted the K to stand out, so that way people would know it's like, and people still misspell it. They do a lowercase K.
Oh, dude, people misspell my name every day of my life.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know what? Well, and then we're Michael, so they're gonna misspell our names and put EAL.
EAL, dude, all the time.
Pisses me off so much.
Dude, that's such a dude. That's absolutely accurate. Every day of my life, someone's like EAL.
Because they'll spell Michael Jackson right, but they won't spell our like thing right, and it's like just
Michiel.
Weird. Yeah, Michiel. Yeah, Mikhail or
Mikhail, yeah. But it's really Mikhail. That's how it's supposed to be. The AEL.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, I'm at that point. I'm like, you know what, whatever. Because I already have bad luck enough with my last name. Because my last name is so really weird. It's Placencia.
Yeah.
But of course, I get placenta a lot. So that's, you know, I've gotten probably 9 iterations of my last name.
Yeah. Oh, I bet, dude. Yeah.
Placencia, Palacios for some reason.
Dude, I've gotten some weird ones too, man. I remember, like when I was in high school, a teacher called me Michelle one time.
Me too.
Yeah.
It was a substitute teacher.
Yep, substitute teacher. And then I used to get Swank. My last name is
Swank.
Yeah. So.
What the hell?
Swank.
That's so weird.
I don't think anybody else really. Swank's pretty easy.
Yeah, Swank is.
I like to think my name is pretty basic. I mean, Swank is like a cool last name.
I like your last name. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. It's I like it. It's cool.
My last name, I gotta learn to like my last name. I guess I like it. I just don't like the fact that people are gonna associate it with placenta automatically.
Yeah.
Even though there's no T in there whatsoever, but I mean, it's whatever. Like I just accepted the fact that I'll probably be a placenta until the day I die. You know, I've just made peace with that.
Fucking own it, dude.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Own that exact.
Own it.
But I mean, yeah, it's cool to see how everybody's kind of like had their journey, and I always like asking that. Like I asked Xavier, and he told me on our coffee run how he started out, and I'm still gonna call him Crosswire, even though he's pretty much given up and decided to do X-Wire, but I think he's gonna try to rebrand. So I'm like, I don't know. And the thing is, I've been wanting to do something different and not just have Masquerade, but another alias, which. I don't know if I should say the name because I don't know if that's what it's going to be yet, because Masquerade is going to be something that I always have because it means a lot to me. And I mean, plus there's 9 letters in Masquerade, so I like that. But
I think it's dope. It's very cool.
But I like always like seeing like people's I guess like their origins of like how you just told me like how you went to Lights All Night and that really got you.
Dude, that was everything. Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome.
It's cool.
And like for M.E.Swank, I mean that's pretty much like.
It's my name.
Yeah.
My initials. My middle name's Edward.
Oh, nice.
So it's just M.E.Swank. Yeah.
Mine is Joel.
Oh, nice. Joel.
Like Joel Zimmerman.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Deadmau5. I'm always gonna shout him out. He's really like why I got into all of this too. I mean, aside from Daft Punk, because I've been like, I guess I don't want to say in the scene, but I've been like a fan of techno.
Yeah.
And dance music since Daft Punk. When they released their Homework album, the first album.
Yeah, like a long time ago.
What was it, 94 or something like that? And my sister had it playing on the radio, and she's what got me into dance music in general as well. So shout outs to my sister. But yeah, like that was pretty cool. Like I got into that, then I started listening to like house music because I mean, if you grew up in the 90s or early 2000s, it's gonna be house music. Then that's kind of how it originated in. I would listen to like Cascade and Tiesto, and that was actually my very first show was Tiesto's 2009 Kaleidoscope tour.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, and after that, that's what set it off and made me want to keep going back and do more and more.
Yeah.
And I expanded and I went to more shows. I went to Stereo, saw Wolfgang Gardner at Stereo Live.
Dude, Wolfgang Gardner is awesome.
I loved how he DJs and mixes too.
Dude, he's so awesome.
He's a really good. Him and A-Track, God, they're so talented. There's a lot of people that are talented, like Lido and Zed, because he plans things out. So like I'm gonna be like Zed when it comes to like music in a way, like not his style, but as far as like the process of making it, because he's very like he'll go through so many vocalists just to get that one sweet
track,
voice. And it's like
Zed's awesome. Zed is like absolutely one of my favorites. Like definitely one that like really got me like inspired. from the get go.
Yeah, me too. Have you seen his show? Like, have you been?
No, I haven't, and he's been here like a
Dude.
couple times, and I'm so bummed about it. But
Every
it's
time he's been here, I've seen him.
There's been something has like popped up every single time.
Yeah,
Every
definitely, man. I swear, like that is the one show that will change your life in a way. Because I mean, like, people will say R.L. Grime or someone else changed your life, which they've changed my life too.
Yeah.
Like R.L. Grime person, but like when I saw Zed, I've seen Zed 10 times now.
That's so cool.
10 times, like
Zed's awesome, dude.
And like when you see his show, you'll see like what I mean when it goes to like having everything perfect to the visuals syncing up to your music perfectly. And
Yeah.
like, and Saeed and I talked about this in our coffee run that, you know, he said, he goes, you know, I used to be against people who would just have a pre-planned set, but when you're on tour, you know, and you want to put out an actual show for people, you kind of understand why you need to have it pre-planned sometimes. And
for sure.
and I thought that was interesting, you know, like it's because I never thought about the idea like, wow, if the time ever does come to like go on tour and you have an actual like idea to where your tour has a theme to it, you know, you definitely want to have your visuals and your music all
Everything kind of in sync.
Yeah, because it definitely shows.
Yeah, for sure.
And the people will appreciate it too.
The visuals are my favorite. Ever.
Yeah.
I love visuals.
Visuals are
They're
freaking
fun.
awesome.
You can get really, really weird with it.
I like that because you can get creative with them
Yeah,
too.
you can. Oh, absolutely.
The visuals are as limitless as music.
Yeah.
And I love that.
They are.
You can quote me on that, I guess, but
No, it's awesome.
Mhm.
It's all art, you know.
Yeah,
It all adds up to one big final product.
Yeah.
So it's important. Music production and visual production, like in general, like it's just go hand in hand. Especially in this industry,
Mhm.
it's like half the like people go for the experience. But you hear the music and it's awesome, but then you see like crazy things pop up on screens and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, like stuff that you wouldn't expect. You're like, wow, where did this come from?
Yeah,
And
exactly. It's just like, did you see that?
And I love like seeing that. Like probably Excision and Zed definitely have.
Oh,
like,
Excisions are crazy. Yeah.
Mhm. They'll have like extremely insane visuals, but I think I like Zed because like me, he genre hops a lot in his sets, and that's what I like doing. And I never like. I mean, I like doing sets that are just like focused on like a few genres of music, but I like to keep it expansive in a way because before I used to be like so close-minded with music.
Yeah.
Like, shout outs to Angie's List for this because she really made me like back when I was just making like mixes in my room, you know, on virtual DJ. It would literally just be of just Deadmau5, Cascade, Zed. It would just be those three, and she's like, I mean, your mixes are good because they're mixed well, but like, have you ever thought of like branching out with more artists? I was like, well, no, not really. And then like finally, I was like, you know what, I should probably like start listening to more
Find some
stuff.
other people, yeah.
And I found like so many like Vendetta and just.
Oh, Vendata's super
I love
tight
Vendetta
too,
so
man.
much. Like
Yeah.
they're really fucking badass. I don't know where to. Let me see.
I think it's right here.
Right here, yeah. Whoops.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's definitely good to have. I mean, especially when you're producing too. Like, it's cool to like pull inspiration from like. It doesn't even have to be dance music. It can be anything.
Yeah, and that's the thing because
Inspiration from anything.
I do pull inspiration from like a lot of things too. Like I like Gorillaz a lot. Gorillaz are like one of my favorite.
Dude. I grew up listening to them.
Yeah, I've been to one. Like their shows are amazing too. Like,
Yeah. Oh, I bet the production for those is crazy.
it's insane. Like the way they like everything. Like the visuals are cool, but it's mainly like seeing 2D, which is the singer Damon Albarn.
Yeah.
Seeing him sing is like freaking awesome because he sounds exactly as he does live
Oh yeah.
as he does in the music videos. And like I think that's always like a cool thing to see like live is like
Someone
whenever
can replicate it.
yeah. And then like I mean Gorillaz I love Depeche Mode a lot. I'm a big 80s fan.
That's
so
cool. Yeah. That'd be great for like electronic dance music too.
yeah, which because Depeche Mode they've done a lot of like electronic music.
yeah.
And I mean there's just like that, the XX of course. It's just like, and of course I like funk music, so like Red Hot Chili Peppers, which are probably like one of my favorite bands of all time. Well, it's like Beatles,
I love
Chili
Beatles,
Peppers,
too.
and then Depeche Mode, and then after it's just whatever.
Yeah.
Because I like a lot of different like bands and stuff. I mean, I haven't gotten into post-hardcore as much as I should.
Yeah.
But Edgar has helped me out with that. My best shout outs to Edgar, who's like my fucking brother, because he's been to almost every show I've been to.
Yeah.
So, and he's a big fan of yours.
Yeah,
so I'm pretty
I saw him
sure.
Inspire.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you want me to tell you that because I mean,
That's cool. Yeah, we had conversations for a bit. It was neat.
he's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
But yeah. Do you have any plans for like music in the like music this year as far as like an EP or album or whatever that you have planned?
You know, I don't have any plans for an EP. I just don't even think it's the right time for that. I think that, yeah, getting singles out and remixes and whatnot is definitely like a priority of mine. Yeah, I think this year's gonna be a lot more focused on like the actual production side of it than the shows. Like I've taken a huge step back from shows. Instead of playing like every week, like I'm like really trying to play like maybe twice a month or something like that, and just like really focus on, you know, producing and all that stuff. I'll be putting an edit pack out soon, so
Nice.
I'm working on those. I have a couple of them done that I've been playing out for like forever, but I'm just like making more of them, which is fun. So that'll be out.
What about like upcoming shows that you have planned, or like
Shows that I have planned. I have
or festivals?
in a week. I have Pixel Terror and S-Fam.
Nice.
I'm playing back to back with Mad Hatter, and that's on the 31st. So that's cool. And then I think I'm direct support for the Dev and Kevin Flum show.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
at Underground.
Dude, that's gonna be sick.
Yeah. I got some other stuff coming up. Can't really talk about it quite yet, but yeah, but this year will be good for sure. I'm really stoked. Definitely expect new music, and hopefully like more consistently new music, because you know.
Yeah, I'm always waiting. Like that's the thing too. I wait just like eagerly to see what you're gonna come out with, because usually when I hear like something that you come out with is like it's really good. Like
Thank
I
you.
actually like it a lot. So
I appreciate that. Yeah, I just want everything to be like consistent. And the thing, like the reason why I love producing so much is it really allows me to be myself. Like, you know, like I've grown up like playing in bands. Like I'm in a band right now, and I like we can experiment and do like whatever, but we have to stay true. We do stay true to that sound and keep it pretty like, you know.
That's good though.
But with production, I can kind of do like I can genre hop, and like you can, not to say that I can't do that in the band. Like we can definitely do that, but like we definitely tend to make like a certain type of music. Versus this, I can make like I can hop and do like future bass. I can make like chill beats. I can make like
trap or
percussive trap. Like I can like hop around and kind of do whatever I want, and it just kind of seems to work.
Or
Yeah.
I feel like you'd be like a badass producer when it came to like making bubblegum bass too. Like I could see you like a
that'd be
song
fun.
or two for that.
Yeah,
But
I would not be opposed. But yeah, I definitely like I could try to make house. It'd be cool to make house music too.
oh yeah, house. You can never go wrong with house.
No, you can never go. You can. There's so many ways you can accomplish all that stuff. And like, yeah, I think this year is gonna be a lot of exploration for me, because
Yeah.
I'm finally understanding how production works, and I'm able to. I think the creativity is definitely gonna continue to, you know,
And I think
go up.
I think
Sure.
it's definitely paying off too, like
Yeah.
for you especially, like just the fact that the songs you have put out have been definitely songs that are well thought out, you know, well worked on, like well organized and arranged and mixed and stuff. And it's like, you know, that's what people should focus on too, I feel, is like really, you know, not overdoing so many elements to one song, but definitely, or not overthinking, but definitely putting a lot into it, so that way you don't just put out anything, you know, like I'm not gonna do that. Like if it takes me a year to put out one track, it's gonna be a badass fucking track at least. Like I'm gonna make sure,
as long as it makes sense and flows. I think yeah, arrangement and like you got to take a step back and look at the song as a whole. Like, is what you're doing at this specific point, does it make sense with like for the song as a whole? Because like, you know, the end product is everything. But like, yeah, it's just as long as it flows and like nothing is too like just like that, like throwing, like you can definitely throw people off in a good way, but you can also throw people off in a bad way. So it's like,
that's true.
You know, I don't know. It's just, I think the best thing is like have fun with it. If you're really stoked on it and it feels good to you, then call it a song, man. You know,
definitely.
Just make sure it flows. That's the main thing. But
exactly.
Yeah.
Let me see how far we are on the conference, because I don't know if there's enough battery or. Okay, yeah, we're at 1 bar, so we should probably wrap it up in like the next few minutes.
Perfect. Yeah, we can do that.
Just in case. But yeah, if you want, I mean, did you want to like say anything, like any other plans for music in the future, or like the years to come, or like, I don't want to say I don't want to sound like a job interviewer and say where do you see yourself in 5 years, but like I guess in the future, like whether it's a year from now or however long, like what are your goals in music?
Man, that's a good question. I definitely want to tour more. That'd be really cool. Yeah, I want to.
Swank and Friends tour.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
I want to take M.E.Swank, you know, out of the state more. It'd be really cool.
That's what I've been trying to do.
Yeah, the sky's the limit, you know. But right now, I'm just like I said, I'm just focused on getting everything out and like letting the music kind of do its thing, because that'll ultimately like push me to cooler places in the world.
And I think letting the music take control will allow you to take control of yourself.
Yeah.
Damn, that sounded deep.
That did sound deep. My whole thing with dance music is like, you know, like I take myself seriously, but at the same time I don't take myself seriously, and like it's all about letting loose and having a good time and all that stuff. So like while I do think, you know, in the future, and I do think like will this be good for my career or like whatever, like I also just kind of like go with the flow and see where it takes me and like just have fun with it. So like that's kind of like how I see it. Like I would love to hop on festivals, I'd love to tour, I'd love to, you know, hit the next like listener milestone on SoundCloud or whatever it may be. But yeah, it's just about having fun, like, you know, having fun and just growing and watching your friends grow and you know, pushing the community a little bit further.
And just living life like happily too.
Yeah.
With everyone like by your side.
That's the thing. If everybody around you is happy and you're happy, like the world is gold. So
Awesome.
it's a good thing to keep in mind.
Now, that's actually a really good like way to like a good thing to end on too, as far as that goes. I mean, if there's anything, if there's any more shout outs you want to do, and if there's anything you want to say to your fans, friends, or foes, that's my sign off thing I do. But I mean, you just feel free to say it or whatever you want to say before we say bye.
First off, shout out to everybody that's watching this.
Yeah, or that watches this. Which post this in the Swank Bank.
Oh, it'll be in the Swank Bank for sure.
Definitely.
Shout out to the Swank Bank.
And please follow my YouTube channel so you can see all these coffee runs with this guy and everybody else that I'm going to do, or that I've done, or that I will do in the future. That sounded very slutty. But yeah. Yeah, definitely watch everybody that I'm about to do. You know, coffee run wise.
There you go.
But yeah, because I mean, you know, and thank you if you did watch this too. If you have anything else to say to anybody, your fans, or any more shout outs, then feel free.
Shout out Masquerade. Deuces, M.E.Swank, not in the mix.
That's amazing.
But
all right,
here,
guys.
yeah.
Well, we're gonna sign off for now, but thank you so much for watching, guys, and thank you for joining me.
Yeah,
by the way,
absolutely,
dude.
man. Thanks for having me, dude.
This was
fun.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, I had a good time.
See you guys.